Okay guys, so here's the tools I'm going to be using for the repair the motorcycle. You would need the gasket. The gasket that you would need would be the 150cc GY6 engine. And you will need the a wrench that 17 millimeters, or you could use an impact. I'm using this one to remove the smaller ones quicker. And the special tool that will be needed, let me remove them, will be the flywheel removal, the lug spun case removal. So yep, and the type of oil, here's the replacement part. The type of oil that I'll be using is a 10W40 for the for motorcycles, horse stroke oil. Hello guys, this is for the repair of the ATV 150 reversa. When the weather doesn't start, I'll give you an example. It just doesn't want to grab onto it, and you check the starter. Everything is good, but this thing won't spin. We're gonna replace the starter clutch. I'll be going through step by step on how to take it apart and replace it, and what you will need. Hello. So the first thing you would do before you do all the mechanical work, you will remove one of the terminals of the battery, just to be safe, because you never know when someone comes and turn it on while you're working on it. So we're gonna remove the lever here, pull, hold, and then now just leave the positive terminal off. Alright, I removed the terminal, the positive, and that'll be all. Also, make sure to take off the key and put it away somewhere. It was on. The second part that you would need to do is to remove this plastic cover. So it'll be this 8mm, these two 8mm. Let me zoom in. These two, and then one on the bottom there. This 8mm. So we will be removing those. Okay, the cover has been removed, so it was just this, these two, and the one on the bottom. Now the next part would be to remove this, or if you want, because once you remove this, you're gonna have to remove this casing here. But before you remove the casing, you would need to drain the oil plug, the oil. So I guess what I'll be doing is removing the oil, which it should be here, this thing. Hello. So I spilled a little. Good thing I had this covered. Just keep in mind it has a spring, so, and it doesn't really come off well. It'll start leaking from there. It's about a quart of oil. So be ready to have that amount spilled or taken off the clutch motor. And the size for this is 17mm. Okay, the next part is to remove these 8mm for bolts here, 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 here. So we're gonna do that. Make sure not to drop them. They were already loose because I already took it apart already to see the actual problem before I buy the parts. Grab them, don't lose them. Put them aside. And now the next part would be to remove this. And the size, let me check the size. Alright, the size is also 17 millimeters. I'm going to use the impact because it's easier. There's another tool that you could use that basically grab onto these two and use a wrench. But I don't have that special tool, so I'm going to use this instead. Now, you will need a special tool to remove this stator case. Okay, I got the special tool. It's called the flywheel puller. 2 pieces. I'm gonna put this in there. It's backwards, so you're gonna have to thread it back. Like that. It's on there. I'm gonna put this in there. And we could pull this, I guess it's flywheel. Same size. There, remove. And you can remove this. There's a washer inside. Washer. Let's not lose that piece. And now the next part is to remove these. So we're gonna remove that. Make sure not to drop them. They're also 8 millimeters, by the way. And I like to put the bolts back where it doesn't, just in case I don't lose them. Now I remove these. Up next is these two, also the same size. Stronger. I'm gonna break that loose already. Hands ready. Now we could take them off. Put them on the side. Okay, so now since the camera, since the oil has been removed a little bit, I'll be loosening and removing the bolts here, 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 and one more there to be remove this case. Now I loosen them all. I'm gonna remove them in a bit, but I just want to make sure that you know that all these bolts are different size. So what I'm gonna do is put them on the gasket on each of its own holes, because they're in different sizes. That way I don't get confused which one's which, because some of them longer, some of them are shorter. Okay, so I removed the bolts that I need to remove, but it seems that I need to remove this one too. I'll be doing that. This one's 10 millimeters. So it turns out I can't remove this case without taking out these two bolts. So I'm gonna try to adjust this exhaust out of the way so I could remove those and then just slide it out. Alright, so by removing this, I'm gonna remove the exhaust, removing those two 10mm nuts. I should be able to lower it and then remove these ducts, or I could just loosen it and see if I can remove it. Yep. And if it doesn't remove this thing. Alright, another thing that disturbs it is this right here. So I'm gonna have to loosen the bolt from here. Hopefully that would let me adjust it. Alright, I removed this part. I removed the bolt that goes here. Here it is. It's just 13mm on both. Just go this way. So now I should be able to adjust it. Up or down. Now I adjust it, and now this can be removed. Okay, so here's the the part that we're gonna replace. It seems like this one just came off. Should be in there. But we're gonna replace either way. But if I guess you could just put it back together and stuff like that. But since I already got the part, I'm just gonna go ahead and replace it. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this thing. So we're gonna use this tool here to put it in, and we're gonna rotate it this way. So it'll be tighten. It'll be backward, tighten to loosen. I'm gonna use the impact to remove it. Alright, now I remove the part. Now, be careful, because there's two little pieces right there. They can fall off, so I'll leave them there. I'm gonna start putting this inside. I just can't put it while I'm recording, so I'm gonna put it carefully. Okay, I put the pieces back together. So I had the washer and this thing, and I'm gonna tighten it already. Now it's gonna be to tighten, to loosen to tighten. I use this impact. Alright, what's next is to clean out the edges right here. This with the little blade. So remove this old one stuck in there, and just remove it and clean it even from there before we put it on. Before we put the new gasket on. Alright, I cleaned the edges. Now I'm gonna put the gaskets. I'm gonna make sure not to forget which bolt goes where. Okay, I put the pieces back together. What I'm gonna do is torque them to 8 foot-pound. I'm gonna use this device so it'll be easier for me to tell. If it's set as 8 foot-pound, just tighten it, and you're gonna tighten it cross. So it's like a cross. Okay, let's put this stator back on. Alright, then I put the bolts back, this one and this one here. Now I'm going to be putting this on already. And up next is this casing. So I'm going to put that on there. Okay, so I put this on. Up next is to tighten this. And then we add the oil. I'll be putting the 10W40 for the 4-stroke for quads. Now we could check if it works. I had a little bit of oil, but I'm just going to make sure this works before I tune everything up. It does to be spinning, which is good. Shouldn't have left that because oil's spilling out. But hey. Okay, just testing. So now I'm gonna test it if it's on. If it turns on, it's a struggle.